Our latest big conversation here on the counterattack. We're talking with UCLA Bruin Taylor Smith. Taylor, how are you?
Good. How are you? Thanks for
Doing
having me.
okay, doing okay. Thanks for being here. Coming off an excellent weekend for the Bruins down in San Diego. Great final for you against USC, 5 big goals. Let's start right there and just tell me what went right. I saw some of the headlines and it was like UCLA upsets USC, and I'm like, hang on, these are two rivals. Like they're going to go back and forth. But on this day, the Bruins were best. What worked out so well for you and the team?
Yeah, I think we just came out with a lot of fire. This is always a big game towards the beginning of the season. It's good to get this opportunity to play in a championship game, especially with such a good opponent. So I think we just came out with energy. We've been really trying to, come together as a team with our communication and our defense. And I think, hopefully that was the start to something that we can build on throughout the rest of the season. Just just playing as a team, playing together, and communicating, I think helped us a lot in that game.
How special is a tournament like that at this point in the season where it's advancement and you're playing for a championship, just to kind of give you some of that postseason taste early on?
I think it's a great opportunity. Playing 3 games before that, and then you're tired, it's been a long weekend and you have to go into the last game and give it all you have. So it's great experience, great exposure, especially that was a big tournament for some of our freshmen and girls that are getting a lot more playing time this year. And so it's just really special to get that that game and that weekend in.
So early in the season here, I think some of the big news for UCLA, right, was Adam Wright stepping away from the team to focus on some health issues. Jason Fallett's Matt taking over there. What's that been like for you? Those guys have been together, especially Jason and Adam, a long time. I can't imagine there's all that much different, but what's it been like from your perspective?
Yeah, it's definitely a bummer. Adam is a great coach. He knows how to win. He's done it many times before. He did it with us a few years ago. But with Jason coming in, not much has changed. They run a very similar style game. Our rules are very similar. I think it's been great with Jason. We all have a really good connection with him. And it's been great having him. And I'm excited for this season with him.
You're in your senior year now. What's that been like for you to now be the veteran on this team, one of the veterans, kind of the elder stateswomen? How do you people look at a roster and they say, well, seniors must be leaders? Obviously, you've been a performer since your freshman year, but how have you kind of embraced being one of the more experienced players in the roster?
Honestly, I've just tried to follow the seniors before me. Every year, I've had such great experiences with the seniors on my team, and they've been such great role models. So just trying to embody what they left behind and how they treated me, and treat the younger girls the same way. Just kindness and respect, and show them how to have fun in the pool, but also be competitive and want to win.
You look at your bio and just kind of what you've done since freshman year, and just consistency year over year of being an important piece of what UCLA is trying to do. But I also think in the same breath, like a bit underrated in my opinion. I don't think people often bring your name up as much as they should, but you've also just always been someone that delivers. Where does that consistency come from? And I guess, how do you kind of embrace that role of just being someone the team can count on?
I think it came, playing with Ross and Claire at Newport Harbor obviously built me a really strong foundation in the sport. And I've always had really great coaches. And I don't really care if my name's necessarily out there. I just want to be the teammate that people can count on, people can depend on. We can have fun both in and out of the water, be a friend both in and out of the water, and just, I don't know, be there for everybody.
What is it about, and I was going to ask you about Newport, so I'm glad you brought it up, but that's another program like UCLA, right, with just this winning heritage, this kind of culture of success. How did that kind of translate from the high school ranks into the college ranks?
It's honestly a very similar system, definitely a little more flux in high school, but both of the programs, I think, are built off, a strong swimming background and fitness and playing as a team, playing for each other. Doing the extra details or doing the little things right, making sure the little details are, you're doing them right, because the little details in the end are the big details and they're what matter. And so I think it set me up pretty well for my time at UCLA.
You mentioned the NCAA title a couple of years ago, and that was such a breakthrough moment for the Bruins. I know you know your history here. It had been a long time since UCLA women had won a title. Just reflecting back on that experience, how special was it for you and the team?
It was awesome. There's no feeling like it. It was so cool. And it was a team win. That whole season was a team season, which was awesome. It was great to do it for the seniors. And we had fifth years that had come back, and they wanted it so bad. And I had seen I obviously wasn't there for their first half of their collegiate career, but I could tell how bad they wanted it. And so doing it for them, doing it for the team, doing it for the coaches, it was just a really special moment. And everyone contributed, even the girls that weren't in the pool. And I think that's what made it so special.
Knowing what you know now, I imagine there's this idea of what I think winning a title will be like, and then you experience it. So now that you've had a taste of a championship, how does that kind of inform your desire to win another one? Now you're the senior.
Yeah, honestly, just chasing that feeling again, wanting to do it again. A new team, there's new girls on the team now, new strengths. And so just using that to our advantage and going at it every day in practice, being competitive with each other and finding a way to be gritty and get it done in the end of the day. So hopefully we can do that again this year.
If you think back to last year, what's a missing thing the team needs to be better at, or is there some other secret sauce or something that you have to have this year to change the outcome from last year?
I think definitely our attack as a team last year wasn't as strong. I think our defense was pretty decent last year. Just sometimes getting goals on the board wasn't enough for us. And so having Jason back this year, he's been really helping us with that. And we've been focusing on defense, but also using the defense to fuel our offense and our attack. And just he's been instilling confidence in us, and it's been working so far. Like, the younger girls are not afraid to step up and rip a shot, and it's awesome to see, because I know everybody's struggled with that at some point in their career. It was confidence, and so just trying to boost confidence in my teammates.
If you've had moments where you're lacking confidence, how have you turned that around?
It's not easy. Sometimes you just kind of have to shake it off. But I look to my teammates for inspiration, girls that aren't afraid to miss shots. And, they don't care that they're missing shots. They're still going with confidence, and eventually it'll work out in your favor. You can't keep pushing yourself down and going through a spiral. Like, in the end, it's not going to help you. So just, yeah, I don't know.
I think it's great that Taylor just said shake it off, so that works out well for T-Swift fans. Looking at your schedule, and I'm sure you've taken a close look, it is a home-heavy slate. I think there's a portion, right, where this trip to San Diego might be the last time you leave LA County until the MPSF championship. It's a ridiculous run of home matches, which I know that's just how it kind of bounces some way with the conference slate, and then who comes to you. But what's the advantage to just post up at Speaker in Westwood for like the next 2 months?
I love playing at home. I think it's so fun. You can have all your friends from school, your family gets to come out and watch. And it's the pool we practice in every day. Nothing's changing. We're used to the environment. And I think that's something we can use to our advantage.
Yeah, it's a great scene there when the stands are so packed and there's people on top of the parking garage kind of looking down, watching some of those games, which I'm sure will happen as the season goes on. What's something people don't know about this UCLA team? They obviously see the stats and the records and the results and the expectations, but what do you enjoy, maybe it's outside of the pool, about just being a part of this team and the women that you're surrounded by?
Starting with my class, I think we just came in all best friends, super close, and that hasn't changed. And with each new, younger group that's come in, we've just been so close to them out of the water. It feels like a family. We can't get enough of each other. I know sometimes you need a break from your teammates when you get out of the pool, but it's really refreshing seeing their faces, not in the pool, which is nice, because I've been on teams, where that's not necessarily the case. And then just having Jason, a new fresh face, kind of in control, and Matt, and now Ryan Neuschel's with us. And she's bringing amazing insight into this team. She's helping us so much with all around the board. And so I'm really excited with just the new coaching and just the team bond and where we can go.
Yeah, I'm glad you brought up Ryan. I just saw that announcement not too long ago that she's joining the team. That's someone you were just playing against, right? She just finished her college career. Is that a little odd to have someone that you were trying to beat, and now she's going to try and help you figure out the Stanford Cardinal and everyone else?
Yeah, definitely a reset. I mean, she's one of the best players in the world, hands down. But her coming to UCLA is just the greatest opportunity for everybody to learn from. And I think just taking advantage of that, especially while she's here.
We're talking here with Taylor Smith. Last things for you. What's the go-to spot in Westwood, like for food or a snack or whatever, and then same for Newport?
Okay, I would say there's a restaurant. It's a sushi restaurant called Ami. They just rebranded, so I don't know what the new name is. But my friends and I love to go there. And then in Newport, I would have to say Hosen Bistro is probably my go-to.
All right, get out your Google reviews, your Yelps there. Hey, Taylor Smith, thanks for the time. Congrats on a nice weekend. 5 huge goals in that win over USC, and wishing you the best of luck here the rest of the way.
Thank you so much.